Okay, last match of the year against Cman, and it is in fact the final match of 2010 for me. And we got Nitro Man versus Tentacruel. I predicted him to have Toxic Spikes, although I was kind of expecting Drapion. This does end up, however, to be Toxic Spikes Tentacruel. I led with Arrow because lead Arrow is predictable, but this isn't actually lead Arrow, so, you know, maybe get an advantage there. But I am going to Earthquake and hopefully go for a 2-hit KO on the thing as it sets up a second layer, except that I just flat out 1-hit KO the thing, no crit. Couldn't believe it, but apparently that Tentacruel is pretty frail. This is Adamant Max Attack Aerodactyl, so I guess that's fairly strong. However, it's not very accurate with that Stone Edge, and I give him a free curse, so oh well. I'm hoping I can crit through some of the curses though with Stone Edge, as it does have a high crit rate. And he paybacks to break my sub, which is probably okay, because I would have felt conflicted about wanting to switch out, but then I would have a sub up, and I hate to do that. But anyway, now I'm feel pretty free to switch out. Nightstorm is one of his most prolific guys, and fortunately I usually bring things that I know can beat Nightstorm, because I know how effective it is against me. So I just make sure I stack the deck against Nightstorm every match, and this is the first time he's brought it in a while. But Cman is my most reliable option against it, as it resists its only attack payback, and can hit it with super effective Bug Bite. And I think this match I took off the metal coat that he usually carries for Bullet Punch and Faking Choice Band, and I did put on a band, as we see an Umbreon card there. I did put on a band, but it's a muscle band, so now all of his attacks are going to be boosted a little bit anyway. Bug Bite as the Gliscor comes in, which is actually pretty nice, as I get to steal his Yache Berry, so secondary effects that don't go used too often are kicking in here and being nice. This will allow Meddy to come in and use Ice Beam on the thing to definitely win it, KO it. It would have been questionable with the Yache Berry still on there, possible, but would have been, I don't know, would have been a risk. Anyway, I hate that Meddy's poisoned, but she does have Aromatherapy, so I can clear that off if I need to. And he taunts me, expecting Aromatherapy, I suppose, or possibly Soft Boiled, as I did whatever, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, he also used Ice Fang as Scizor was out. But anyway, he taunted and I Ice Beamed, and now that thing's out of the way, which is good, because that thing can kind of wall Scizor, and I wanted it dead. So, in comes Heracross, which is sad, because Meddy can't stay in here, or can she? I definitely spend a long time thinking about it, as I know this thing, of his likes to carry, what is the move? Rock Tomb? Yeah. I'd like to go to Starmie, but if Starmie gets in on Rock Tomb and then it's slower than Heracross, I actually spent a while actually calculating what its speed would be, and it would be slower than even Adamant Heracross after a one-stage drop. So that's not really safe if I wanted to predict a close combat. I've got a Dusknoir who would probably wall him unless he has Night Slash, but I can't really do anything to Heracross with Will-O-Wisp or his attacking move, so I just decided to stay in. The last move I predicted was close combat, the obvious move, but that is in fact what he went for, so oh well. Kind of lost Meddy. I mean, Meddy took out Gliscor, so I guess that's okay, but I hate losing Meddy. But I don't think she would have been too useful the rest of the fight, except against one guy who I wouldn't have predicted anyway. So in comes Starman now, giving some shout out to our Australian friend. And I'm going to threaten him off with Surf, but I need Rapid Spin, because I need that one layer of Toxic Spikes that probably shouldn't have been up anyway if I just EQ'd right off the bat. Most of the team doesn't care about it, but there is one guy who I do not want Toxic Spikes up. It will really mess him up. Not entirely, but it will really mess him up. So, he brings in Slowking to Starmie, which is strange. I would bring Starmie into Slowking, but anyway, whatever. I can't really go to Cutman for fear of a Flamethrower, and he sets up Trick Room, which is pretty much what I expected, as I T-Bolt, and it does decent damage. Kind of wish I was Life Orbed. It would have likely been a 2-hit KO, but then again, I also would have taken 10% damage from my own Rapid Spin, which would have been sad. So, he Surfs, and I T-Bolt again, and now he's down at really low hit points. Yeah, Life Orb definitely would have been a 2-hit KO, but who knows what his moves would have been differently, and I would have been almost dead if I was Life Orb here too. So I call Starman back, expecting maybe a Slack Off, which I think is, yeah, that is what he goes for. And I get Skullman in, and it's actually male, because it's no longer a beta. This is actually a full version of Skullman that has 31 HP defense and special defense, so I'm really proud of this breed. and he nasty plots, so that tells me his full move set. He's got Trick Room, Plot, Slack Off, and his only attack move is Surf. So unfortunately, I don't really have any water resistance, that seems to be a perpetual problem for me. I need to get Splash One and Vaporeon coming on sometime soon. But he does Surf, and Noir does live because Noir is Beast. And Earthquake doesn't deal too much, but I didn't really have any other options against him either. So, do I want to save Dusknoir? Possibly. I mean, he's low on hit points now, so Slack Off is possible. I think Trick Room just expired too. I wasn't paying attention for the second time trying to narrate this battle. I think Trick Room is off now, so that's possible too for him to use. But either way, he's either going to set up Trick Room and be at low health, or be at higher health and not have Trick Room. So he went for the hit points, which is, I guess, okay. And I brought in Proto Man, hoping to Night Slash with Life Orb, max attack, hoping for a crit, and got a crit! Go Ab Soldier Boy! So that was totally awesome. I totally wanted that crit really bad, and I got it. Got a perfect crit at the perfect time, so that was really helpful. Don't know how much it changed the flow of the match, but I don't care. I really wanted that crit. And I got it, and Night Slash is high crit anyway, so I switch out of Metagross, expecting a Meteor Mash or something, go to Scizor, and it ends up to be a special Metagross anyway. I, for whatever reason, don't expect Hidden Power Fire, and which is good, because he doesn't go through with it, and I'm able to steal and eat his Custap Berry with Bug Bite, so cool. Custap Berry is also kind of an event berry, so I would theoretically ban it with Vent Claws, but it didn't really affect this battle, whatever, so I'll just conveniently ignore that, and Bullet Punch to finish off his last 5 or however many hit points, so cool. And I didn't spend time calculating it like I did that one time. But Cutman is pretty much, I'm fine with letting him die now. He's kind of at low hit points. He'd be nice to use against Umbreon, but yeah, I'll just let him go. There's nothing I really want to go to take Heracross's attacks. I don't want to go to Starmie to get hit because Starmie's low on hit points. So, and now Hera's at half health, and Starman can easily finish it off if I choose to do so. And I think I am just going to go ahead and go for Surf. I expect Nightstorm to come in, but, you know, I'm going to get some damage on it, and that'll be fine and dandy. It doesn't deal too much, though. That actually did less than I thought it did in-game, because Nightstorm still had some damage on it from being in the previous time. But I go ahead and Surf again, and I fully expect him to Moonlight up back to close to full life. But that is what I was thinking it was going to deal like 40% or so, but I think it was less, like 30 or 35. So he's not quite at full though, and I'm pretty sure after one more bout of Surf and Moonlight he will be at full, so I'm hoping he wants to go for that, because I'm going to take this chance to go out to Proto Man, hope he won't Curse. Curse is the last move I wanted him to use, and he used it, because now I'm sure he can break my subs. I don't know if he could beforehand. I don't know if he's got much, if any, attack investment. I don't think he does. But I don't know if he could have broken a sub beforehand or not with Payback. But likely, but who knows. Anyway, he did Payback on that turn that I wanted him to do anything but Payback. So now I'm kind of in a pickle. As you saw in the emote strip there, I'm not in a good spot here. I'm not in a good spot. So I keep subbing down, hoping he'll make a mistake. And he does make a mistake. He uses Curse, which isn't entirely a mistake, as it ends up to save his life here. But if he had kept breaking my subs, then I would have had to do something else. But fortunately, I did not have to do something else. And now we're gonna get to see if a Stab, Life Orb, Focus Punch can take out Umbreon, and not quite. Does like 90%. So, granted, that is with 2 curses up, but still, because I know this Focus Punch is pretty beast. He Moonlights, trying to get his health back up, but it's not gonna help that much against Focus Punch. This thing it packs a wall up, that's for sure. It's, as you see, it's Life Orb. I think this guy's Adamant, or is he Jolly? He's one of, whatever nature he is, I wanted him to be the other one, but anyway, whatever. As Starman's going to be able to come in, more shout out to our Australian friend, and Surf for the game. I think he said if he had known that he had Heracross left, he would have played it a little bit differently, but I don't know how differently that would have been. Maybe he can post. But anyway, good game, good way to finish out 2010. I guess 2010 has overall been a pretty good year so far. Couple of weeks left, I guess, but I was able to finish 2 Let's Plays, one of which was done most of last year. But TCG Let's Play, Nuzlocke Challenge should be up by now, and got something new preview that's gonna hopefully happen some in next year that I'm looking forward to. And yeah, 2010 has been pretty good, and looking forward to 2011. Gonna keep on 4th gen battling in case you were worried about that. I'm sure other things will occur as certain games get released in English. But anyway, for now, it's still going to be 4th generation, still going to be Sport and Diamond, and hopefully for some time to come too. So take it easy, guys. See you in 2011. Later days.